Hi, this is Fola, your home girl. So I've been absent here for a while because, oh my goodness, it's a lot. A lot of things have happened since my last video, and it has just shown how temporary, not temporary per se, but yeah, even temporary. It just shows how temporary a lot of things are. Situations can change, many things can happen. Like, you just really never know. A lot of things have happened since my last video. This video, I'm going to take you through all the things that have happened since the last time I was here, the updates, the everything. I'm doing this not just for my viewers but also for myself, because I want to look back and just see how far I've come. All right, let's get into it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go and do so now. What is wrong with you? So in no particular order, these are the things that have happened in my life, the things I've learned, the things I'm currently doing, just the things that have changed from when I made my last video. First off, I started a business, a beaded jewelry business, and you can see, when you see me, you see the business. So these are bracelets that I made. It's part of the stuff that I have in store in my shop. My shop is called The Purple Shop. So you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on, oh, it's not Twitter anymore, sorry. I keep forgetting to call this thing X. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to it. But yeah, you can find me on X at The Purple Shop NG, Instagram at The Purple Shop Ninja, on Facebook at The Purple Shop Ninja. Please check us out. I'm sure you like some of the things that we have. I have beaded wrist jewelry. I have necklace like the one I'm wearing, pearl necklaces. I have bracelets, beautiful, nicely designed bracelets. So go check it out. I also decided to give commercial writing a break. For those who do not know, when I was in uni, it was one of the things I did to make money. So I mostly did writing in uni to, make some extra cash on the side. And at some point, I did it full time during the strike and all of that stuff. So deciding that I no longer want to, not that I no longer want to, but I want to slow down on that end and look for other ways to make me, just explore other ways, because I was suddenly starting to be bored of writing other people's stories. And I think it's because I mostly do ghostwriting, and it just really got annoying for me, like writing other people's stuff. Like, you write something, someone is like, oh, but that's not what I want, or they just be like, oh, the story is not really going in the direction I want. And I'm like, well, it makes perfect sense to me. I've decided, I'm just going to take a break from, I want to call it commercial writing, but yeah, I'm taking a break from that kind of writing. Let me just put it that way. I'm taking a break from that kind of writing. And it's so hard for me, because that is the only way I know to make money, to make decent money. That is the only way I have always known to make money. So deciding to take a step back was really hard for me. In fact, at some point I stopped, but I panicked. So I had to start going back to ask my contacts for jobs. Like, okay, if you guys have like any job for me, I'm available, blah, 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 blah. I wish I didn't do that anyway, but now I just decided, you know what, I'm taking a break from that and I'm focusing on other things. I'm focusing on doing the things that I want to do. Most importantly, I'm focused on writing the kinds of things that I want to write. I love to write stories. Writing is always going to be a part of my life. Whether I'm writing an article, I'm writing a Facebook post or a Twitter post, X post, or I'm writing whatever, I'm always going to write. Writing is like a big part of me, but I want to write the things that I want to write. I don't want to write for speak the minds of other people, especially when their thoughts are not mine, when their beliefs are not mine. I just want to take it a bit, just slow down on that a bit. So that's it. The spirit of writing what I want to write, I recently published a small ebook. It's actually a story series. It's a book of 5 series. I'm currently, working on editing for the second one. The first story is out. The series is called Love and the Bar. It's a collection of stories. It's about 5 women and their journey in law school, after law school, before law school. It's just a really beautiful, cute, short, easy to read story. You can find it on Seller at seller.com. I'm going to paste a picture here so you can look for it. I don't know if we can post links on YouTube, but I'm going to see if I can post a link to the book in the comments, or in the description box, so that you can click on the link and buy a copy. It's just 1,000 naira. That's less than $1. So what do you mean? Go and buy it. Also, I have decided to go back to reading. Growing up, I used to read a lot. Like, I would eat books. I spent all my time reading. I preferred to read than to watch movies. Suddenly, with social media, movies, and I think several mental health issues, just different stuff, ADHD, I have stopped reading as much. And I said, no, hey, no way. I'm going back to reading because reading saved my life. Let me tell you something. Reading saved my life. So I'm going back to reading because that's home for me. I've been on this journey where I want to rediscover myself. I want to see myself again. So I decided, you know what? Bring back reading. And it's not been easy because there's so much distractions, right? I'm reading a book this minute and then the next thing my phone, I get a notification. The next thing I'm on TikTok trying really hard, to get the vibe back. And I know I'm going to get there because honestly, reading brings me so much peace. I'm being disconnected from reading for a very long while. It was not nice at all, and it certainly affected me. In the spirit of reading, these are the books I'm currently on. This one. Oh, I really hope you can see it because the lightning here sucks. But it's called The Power of Now. The Power of Now. I've gotten a lot of nice reviews on it, and I've actually been told to read it for a very long time. Like, I've had it for a very long time. See, it still looks new because even though I had it, I wasn't reading it. I've had it for a while now. I love the book. I've read excerpts from the book, but I want to read the entire thing. But it's been so hard. I think it's because it's a book that you need a lot of spiritual knowledge to really dive deep into. And I've been so caught up for my spiritual life for a while now, so it's hard for me. And then there is this one. This one, oh my goodness. This one is called 1/5 Avenue. Oh, God, lightning. See, 1/5 Avenue. It's a very interesting book. I've only gone so far because I just got it on Saturday. It was sent all the way from the US of A. So I just got it on Saturday. I've not started, I've not really dig deep into it. I just started, and so far it's already giving everything that it's supposed to give. I trust Candace Bushnell anyway. She's an amazing author. This woman writes for the heart. The first book of hers that I read is Trading Up. I read it in 2023. Yeah, 2023, and it was so nice. Ever since, I told the person that got the book for me, I told him, listen, I need every book by Candace Bushnell, and he delivered. So I have others. He sent others, but this is the one I'm currently on. And by the way, the spoon here is my little bookmark. So yeah. Also, I have decided to stop overthinking video content creation. I know for a fact that I'm destined to talk. I just love to talk. And I feel like I have a lot of things to say. But sometimes I get in front of a camera and it's like, nothing to say. And it's really hurts because I know that I have a lot to say. Do you understand? I know I have something to say, but sometimes when I get in front of a camera, I'm not really as coherent, as articulate as I want to be. But I've decided that instead of overthinking it, and not just that, it's also the fact that sometimes I feel like I don't have the perfect background. I'm just so lazy to get some things done. Or maybe not even lazy, just maybe not artistic enough. Because I know people who make the best out of very little. They know how to make the best out of what they have, like their backgrounds and whatever, but I don't. I remember there was a day my friend came over to my house 2 weeks ago, and she's like, wait a minute, this is a good place to film. And I'm like, I never really thought of that. But there are people who just have an eye for these things. I don't. Honestly, I don't. I'm not exactly great at editing videos either, but I told myself I'm going to stop overthinking this thing. I'm just going to make my videos and put it out there. Like, who cares, right? Of course, I'm not going to do anyhow about it, but I'm just working on being more articulate, and that is why I'm going back to reading. Working on being more articulate, working more on having the courage, developing the courage to say what I want to say, just doing the things that I feel like I need to do. And that's it, really. I've decided to stop overthinking it. So I'm just going to make my videos, drop it, and get on moving. So I'm not really going to bother about whether or not it gets likes or whether I get subscribers from it. I'm just going to do what I need to do and go. No more overthinking. Also, everyone that knows me knows that I'm a very girl's girl, friendships kind of person. Like, friendships are the best thing in the world kind of person. But I'm going to be very honest. recently, like very recently, I've started to lost the vim and the joy that I used to get from friendships. Like, I no longer have the energy to be, not just be a friend, but also to even seek new friends. I still have friends that I absolutely love. Like, they leave me, but I'm currently not looking for new friends, and I don't think I'm going to be looking for new friends anytime soon. I'm so over it. I feel like this deserves a special video of its own, so I'm probably going to do that. But I feel like I've just been so tired of friendships and the not the drama per se, because I've not really had dramatic friends. Like, I've to be honest, I've never been in that situation where it's like always drama, drama. Maybe once, but it's not just the drama. For me, it's just that sometimes I feel like I do too much for friendships. It's annoying because I'm doing too much for people who don't really care to do too much. It's not that these people are bad people or that they don't want to do things for me or whatever else. It's just that they don't really see friendships the way that I see friendships, because I prioritize. Hey, I carry my friendships on my head like this, But I've just realized that a lot of women are not like that, and they can never be like that. It's not their fault. It's social conditioning, and I'm just gonna have to live with it. So I'm gonna make a separate video on this because it's a topic that needs to be discussed extensively. So yeah, I'm not really keen on making new friends anymore, and I'm happy with the friends I have. But I feel like if our friendships end, I'm going to be just okay. I'm not going to care to replace anybody. It's just going to be okay. Yeah, that's it. Like, chapter closed. I experienced the death of someone. I not really experienced their death, just that they died, and it's really, really affected me and my family. It affected me in a special, unique way that I'm not ready to. I'm not really ready to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it in the future. But one thing I've learned about life is how temporary it is, and how you never really know when you will leave this earth. Like, it's not about old age, it's not about whatever. Like, you can think you have it all figured out, and then the next minute you are hit by a truck or something crazy happens, and that's it. A lot of messages and reading books and reading articles and listening to people on YouTube, watching people on YouTube, just listen and watching them talking about or reading them talking about death and grief. I understand now how fleeting life is. I've always understood how fleeting life is, but losing someone who died so young, someone who died that young at the age that this person died, it's really messed with me. And it's not just mourning. It's not just the fact that it has thrown me and my family into mourning. It's also the fact that now the reality of death is more she's stronger than it used to be on me, because I've always known that okay, this life is not promised, whatever, but now after this person died, it's felt so real. And honestly, I'm going to make a separate video about this too, by the way, but I feel like, see, my heart is already beating. I feel like it deserves a separate video, and it's something that I think a lot of people will benefit from, especially if you've lost a loved one. I'm currently learning some very important lessons about finances, money management. Oh my goodness. I used to hate the idea of managing money. I didn't used to think all of those things were my problem until also recently I started to think of, I've become increasingly aware of the need to learn to not just make money, but also to save, to invest money, and to build wealth for myself. And these are things I never really thought of before. I always thought, "Oh, I'm going to be rich," like, but I never really thought of, okay, how am I going to make the money or whatever. Like, I've just always been whatever. But now I've become increasingly aware of why I should make my own money, and not just make my own money, but also make a lot of it, and this one also deserves another video, and I'm probably going to do that in the future. But yeah, making money, very important. The world is already cruel to women, so the world is 100 times more cruel to poor women. As women, we really cannot afford to be poor. But I'm going to make another video on this. Also, I've been learning to stop overthinking things. Like, I used to be an overthinker, and it started when I got out of law school. Like, I just started to overthink everything. What are you going to do next? How are you going to do it? How are you going to make money? What do you need to do? I've thought of like a million ideas. I've implemented maybe 5. I've decided to do something. I've, changed my mind about it. It's just a lot. And I told myself one day, I said, listen, you have to chill out. Like, you can't keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. You're thinking yourself to, I don't know, brain damage. But so I decided, listen, you already have things that you're doing. Right now, I'm currently focused on my beaded jewelry business, and I'm focused on getting my book series out there. Anything I can add, just here and there, I'll do that. But that's just about it. Instead of thinking, I have decided to start doing. I don't even think about things as deeply as I used to anymore. I need to do something, I get it done. Period. No more, no less. I do my best every day, and I always tell myself, whenever you wake up in the morning, make sure that when you're going to bed, you're happy because you've done the things that you plan to do that day, and that's it. There was a particular day I decided that I'm not going to do anything productive. I'm just going to stay in bed and read. And that was all I did that day. And I'm telling you, I went to bed feeling very proud and fulfilled and very happy. So I decided to stop overthinking. I started to do more, and it has really helped. I'm telling you, I was in a very crazy funk before. I was in a very crazy funk. Very crazy funk. Like, I wasn't happy. I was sad. I cried myself to bed every day. But now I feel so much better because instead of thinking, I'm doing. I'm no longer thinking, I'm doing. I need to do something. Before, whenever I need to do something, I want it by my friends. Now I don't even bother with that anymore. If I need to do something, I do it. I'll just them about it later, of course, but I do it first, because when you by that time I'm telling them la 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 la, this and this is what I want to do. Before you know it, I've lost momentum. I don't do that anymore. I just get right into it, and then I just them about it at the end of the day. Lastly, I'm learning to give myself grace. I used to be so hard on myself because I just thought I was the smartest person in the world and I should know everything. Like, you should know better. But now I give myself so much grace. I allow myself to be human. I allow myself to make mistakes. I allow myself to forgive myself for the things that I didn't do in the past, because I don't really have a lot of things that I did that I regret. I have more of the things that I did not do that I regret. For instance, I've always wanted to start a beaded bracelet, just the bracelets in particular. I've always wanted to start a beaded bracelet business before I even got into uni, and that's like years ago. And I'm just starting only after ages. And sometimes I look at myself and I ask myself, why did you not start when you wanted to start? But I've learned to give myself grace, to forgive myself, to allow myself to forgive myself. And trust me, it is so soothing. I don't really know how best to explain it, but this era of my life has been so peaceful, yet so turbulent. I know that I'm dealing with a lot. But I'm also at peace with myself and with where I'm at. And I'm not where I want to be. I'm not even anywhere close to where I want to be yet, but I know that I'm getting there. And it makes me so happy. It gives me so much joy and so much peace. So yeah, that's the update. Thank you very much for watching. I remain Fola, your home girl. Please like and subscribe.